Okay, now children, today we are going to study about the dicot plant, right? We are going to study about the dicot plant, and everybody is seeing this is the dicot plant. How you can recognize the dicot plant, children? You can see the tap root, the main root, see, this is the tap root, this is the main tap root, and the lateral branches are coming out. See, the lateral branches are coming out from here, right? So the most distinguishing feature about a dicot plant, suppose in the spotting, this will also come in the spotting only. So suppose this type of plant will be given to you. How you can identify it is a dicot plant? Firstly, by the root. Don't think that it is a fibrous root. I will show you the difference. Bring the fibrous root plant also. See, this is a tap root and the branches are very, very distinguishable. The lateral branches. And here, you can compare it. See, these roots, these are in clusters. See, these are in clusters. So this will be a monocot plant. First identification, right? Second identification you can see by the leaves. In dicot, remember children, the leaves are broader and they are having a proper shape. See, only the shapes you see. And here the leaves are very narrow, elongated. Venation you will see afterwards. These are the first 2 points by which you can identify whether the plant is a dicot plant or whether it is a monocot plant. In monocot plant, we mainly study about the grasses. And this is a dicot plant in which we will be studying all the parts of the dicot plant. But I have shown you both for distinguishing and for identification, which is very, very easy to identify. From the plant kingdom also, I told you in the beginning, only one spot will be asked. There are total 3 spots. The first spot will be coming from the compound microscope, which we have already done. One compound microscope spot, one spot from the plant kingdom, and one spot from the animal kingdom. If you are very, very lucky, you will be given these 2 spots, which I don't think any examiner will give. That to identify that this is a dicot plant or this is a monocot plant. Are you getting this? Everybody is understanding? Right? So everybody can distinguish. Again, I am telling you, if these 2 plants are given, only these 2 plants will be given in dicot or monocot, because grass is easily available and this is a wild plant, some wild plant, we don't know the name, which has been plucked from the college garden. So we will give you only what we have, right? Otherwise, in your course, it is given Brassica campestris, the mustard plant. So we don't have mustard plant here. We don't have mustard plant here, and there are no nearby villages also. We have to travel till Barabanki or near Chinat. So nobody is going to go there to bring the mustard plant, and then also it is not sure that we will get it, right? So we have plucked this dicot plant because all the parts are here. I will show you one by one all dicot plant. But for identification, you will identify from the root, the tap root in the dicot plant and the fibrous root in the monocot plant. Everybody has understood this? Now, let us see the dicot plant. Now, dicot plant, completely, if you see children, it has a tap root. We will begin from the root. It has, see, this stem is continuing. You can see this stem. This is the shoot portion. This is the shoot. and the shoot is continuing into a root. See, the shoot is continuing into the root, right? Those who are present in the class, I will pass this. You can see whatever I am saying. It is just like that. The shoot is continuing into the root from the main root, which is the tap root. Other lateral portions are coming out. See, the other lateral roots are coming out, children. These are called the lateral roots, or they are also known as secondary roots. From the secondary roots, very minute, see, fiber-like structures are coming out. These are called tertiary roots. Primary root is the tap root, then the lateral root is the secondary root, and from the secondary root, the tertiary roots are also the fibrous. They are coming out, which are very thin. They are known as the tertiary root, the fibers which you are seeing. See. And what is the function of these roots? To absorb water and minerals. To absorb water and minerals. Now let us come to the shoot portion. From the shoot portion, children, you can see the branches are coming out. These are the small stems, right? These are the small stems. And you can see, children, that from the stem, see here, very nicely visible, from the stem, the leaves arise. See, the leaves arise from the stem. Each leaf is connected to the stem with a stalk, which is known as the petiole. The leaf has a broad surface, which is called the lamina. The point is called the leaf apex. And the main thing about the leaf is that it shows the structure of the leaf very nicely, which you will not find in the monocot. Monocot, the leaves are more or less elongated in structure, narrow, long leaves. Like in lily plant, banana, sugarcane, all the leaves you can clearly see the parallel venation, right? You can see the parallel venation. So this is the difference between the leaves of the dicot and the monocot. First, we have seen the difference between the root, tap root, fibrous root. Then the leaves, by leaves only you can find out this is monocot and this is dicot. Right? Now next we come to the venation. If you see the ventral side of the leaf, which is the lighter portion, you can see a network of vein-like structures, and this network is known as the reticulate venation. What is the network known as? Reticulate venation. In the monocot, the venation is parallel, which can be very well seen in banana, sugarcane, palm leaves, all this. You can very well see the parallel venation. Whereas mango, guava, rose, sunflower, this wild plant, all are dicot. Why we can say dicot? Because the leaves have reticulate venation and taproot. This is clear? Now, I told you the structure of the leaf. Now, from where the leaves arise, children, that is known as the node. See, this is known as the node. And at the node, children, where the leaves arise, you can find a bud-like structure, which is known as the axillary bud. From the axillary bud, children, the flowers can also grow. See, we have also managed to get a flower in this dicot plant. See, a small white flower is there. Actually, it is not a flower, it is an inflorescence. Every petal of this flower This inflorescence is a flower. And we can see the calyx, see the tubular calyx, green color. The calyx can be seen. See, the calyx can be seen, children. The calyx I will pass on to you. The calyx can be seen. So that is called the node from where the leaves arise. The distance between two nodes is known as the internode. We can see the parts, other parts are flower. Just near the flower, small structures, the buds are also there. See the buds and the flower. See, this is the bud. Near the flower is this is the bud. This is the bud. Bud, how can you recognize it is a bud? It is all covered with the calyx. Outermost wall of the flower is calyx. Then comes the corolla. Then comes the androecium and the gynoecium. A flower having all the four whorls, it is known as a complete flower. So these are the parts of a dicot plant and monocot plant. Here also flowers can be seen, but this is grass and here we don't have the flowers. But the grass, the wild grass, you can see the white flowers also sometimes. So they also have flowers and the leaves also are there, but the stem is not as sturdy as the dicot plant. Is this clear? So I think everybody will be able to recognize the dicot and the monocot flower. Right? Everybody? So these are two, not this, but these are two practicals we have done today, which belongs to the part of the plant kingdom. Dicot plant and the monocot plant. Is this clear, beta? Everybody has understood this? Okay. So we will meet again with our next video for you all. And here you will see today the monocot and the dicot plant. So children, we will meet again with our next video. Till then, you will complete your practical files and you will complete this dicot and monocot part of the plant kingdom. Right?